Hey everybody, Crypto Mentor 99 here. I have the honor and privilege of having two homegrown Jamaicans on, Donald Porter and DelRoy. Guys, good seeing you again.
Yeah, man. Nice to see you, Crypto
Nice to see you,
Mentor.
sir.
So
Yeah.
I kind of want to go back a couple of weeks when Crypto Soldier came to Jamaica on holiday and his friend David, right?
Yeah, Dave.
Sir Dave. So tell us how you guys met those guys.
Go ahead,
well,
Donald.
I was doing the crypto Twitter thing, going through my timeline, and I saw Digibike sucks on a beach in Jamaica. So first off, I was just like, whoa, who's this? You know? So I reached out to him. I just messaged him, hey, if you're anywhere near the grill, just stop by. Stop by my hotel, Sea Star. Let's have a couple of drinks and talk crypto. Turns out he was in the grill. So that was a bit of luck there as well. One thing led to another. We were trying to figure out a way to either send the shuttle there to pick them up, or they would take a bus from there over here. And you know what happened? He called and asked about, just is this a good rate for a ride from Rio to my place? And I said, you know what, I'm 10 minutes away. I was picking up my daughter from school. I know it's a little weird because we're just going to meet for the first time. If you just wait by the front desk or out front, give me 5 minutes, I'll be right there. And boom, I pulled up, and from there it was all fun. It was almost like we knew each other before. He said hi. He said hi to Shari. I think he said she's the most popular little girl in crypto or something like that, because she's on all my avatars and my profile pictures. But we just knocked it off. And one thing led to another. Picked up DelRoy. Next thing you know, we're having a couple drinks.
Yeah.
And back and forth, and we end up talking to you.
End up talking.
Yeah, right.
We're kind of tipsy at that point, but
Yeah.
so yeah, but it's just amazing between Twitter, Digibike, and crypto as a whole. It's allowing us to meet new people and get things done that we never.
Well, Crypto Mentor, what happened is that we didn't realize that we were have so much thing in common, because Donald and I had a few months ago established a crypto website called
.com, yeah.
beachfrontcrypto.com. That's what we've established to deal with crypto. And we've been looking at various aspects, various angles, how to make it work in Jamaica, how to fit it in Jamaica within the legal frameworks that we have here, and what we need to do and the ideas that could work. So when we hooked up with Crypto Soldier, it was just fun to explore all of these ideas. And Digibite was so perfect for all of these ideas that we were like, whoa.
Everything that we were saying, and we're like, well, we could use
blockchain
technology to track products, or for to enable a cashless, a safer environment for tourists to enter out into the streets and walk and do commerce. And he just said, well, you have Digi ID, you have Digi Assets, you have and everything we were saying, all these ideas that we were throwing out. Ben was just like, man, we already have it ready. Let's do something.
You know what I mean?
My plan was actually to maybe throw some of the other projects that I'm involved with at him, but Digibike just overwhelmed the whole thing.
Yeah, man. So out of that initial meetup now, because I'm involved with the small property. I'm the chairman of an organization that represent the small property, and we have done a few things. So we start to scout the ideas, and from that, I start to look around now to see who are the different properties that I think will be crypto friendly, and started to introduce it to them to let them know that, hey, we need to start attract some new tourists into our place. Seeing that the big ones that are coming in now are taking away most of the customers them, and we need to attract some new visitors. And cryptocurrency offer that opportunity for us, especially the mom and pop place now that we are representing. So it's perfect. So now when we looked at it deeply, we realized that DigiByte have all the operational stuff that will work right away into the space. When we speak of the crypto enable, what we are looking at is something whereby even any fiat, any cryptocurrency at all, we just convert it to DigiByte and get them.
Go ahead.
Well, and get them used in the DigiByte ID, the DigiByte, everything that would need in the result. So and then I'll say it would be a DigiByte enable result. And these people that we are talking to, their only concern, all of them that I have contacted so far, is how do we convert it to fiat? Because many of these small properties don't have the resources to keep. Whenever the money comes in, we have to turn it over and pay staff and buy goods and pay for services and pay taxes and so forth. So everyone, all they're concerned about is how do we convert that now into fiat. But the idea is well received by quite a few. And we know that once we roll it out, you ask about $1 million. It's not even need $1 million US to roll it out in the initial stages. If we even start with a few properties, it needs maybe about 400,000 to start with a few properties. And we could bring the DigiByte community down here and vibe up the place with the cryptocurrency, with DigiByte and so forth, and people using their DigiByte within the space. Because we have to also maintain it within the organization so that we stay within the law. Because it's critical that we stay within the law. Once we are operating from within the organization, it's like a club. So it's no problem there. We're not trying to offer it to anybody else who don't want it. It would be like to our club members, our community members. So everything would be perfect right there.
All right, so let's slow this train down a little bit. I got to jump in. So I neglected to do this at the beginning of the interview because this is the second time I've talked with DelRoy and Donald. Let me kind of put these guys into perspective here. As my dad used to say, Donald and DelRoy they're not jamokes, okay? These are businessmen in Jamaica that have their their hands on the pulse of what's going on in the resort community.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And when Crypto Soldier Ben went to Jamaica on holiday, Donald saw a picture on Twitter when Ben had his DigiByte socks on. That's how Donald and Ben got connected. Now, Donald's been friends with DelRoy for a while, and you guys are talking cryptos, and what we had said during the pre-interview before we started doing the recording is that of the many visions you have for DigiByte on the island of Jamaica, one of them might be we were kind of joking what to call it, but like a DigiByte powered resort, like using DigiByte. And you guys also said that there's a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but more than a few mom and pop resorts of maybe 5, 10, or 20 rooms that kind of get overlooked from the bigger resorts, right?
Yes. Yes.
So there might be a investment opportunity for the Digibyte community in the future, and you guys are already looking at this, looking at
Yeah.
smaller places, again, a mom and pop place that may be for sale, that
Yeah.
it could be like a Digibyte powered resort, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many people are working on, like crypto cities, crypto subdivisions, but we could scale it down, mass adoption in one small resort. 20 rooms, another 20 here, and it'll explode, Once the idea goes across that you could come and spend your crypto, once if it's a top 10, a top 100, something
Right.
that's reputable. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Digibyte, Litecoin, of course, Stellar, the most popular coins. Because we can't, of course, legal-wise, and to avoid anything else, with cryptocurrencies in Jamaica having any a negative light, we have to stick with what's safe and secure. So that also puts Digibyte atop all of them, especially with the recent fiasco going on with Bitcoin Cash and everything else. It just brings to a light where a blockchain as secure as Digibyte, as big as Digibyte, with as many nodes and as many users,
Okay.
right? The price may be an issue to some, but to others, it's a sign of stability,
Okay.
right? It's perfect for mass adoption. I think by not focusing on the speculative side these past 5 years and focusing on the technology, it puts Digibyte in a position to fill a lot of these spaces, all these ideas that we're working on. I'm sure for many other people across the world. What we can do now with an investment, of course, or maybe without, as long as we can figure out a way to structure it correctly, is to create a Digibyte-powered crypto resort. And that could be done within months, maybe by next summer 2019.
Okay. So Donald, sorry, let me just jump in. No, this is great stuff. Is there anything today at the present time within the local government structure of Jamaica that would prohibit cryptocurrencies being used? Is there anything in the law?
Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, like most other third world countries, is just not considered legal tender. It's legal to own. It's a gray area when it comes down to, let's say, if I were to exchange Jamaican dollar for Digibyte on the street with someone, that's the gray area. But once it's on the network, it's on the blockchain. As far as what I know and I've studied, it's totally out of their hands. And like what DelRoy said, if it's within a club, for example, Digibyte, the community could be considered a club under local laws. So when we promote everyone in the crypto space, technically it wouldn't be like we're promoting to the public. So
Okay.
So if we were to start now and have travelers, crypto travelers, and people with Digibyte fly down and come and enjoy different locations, tours, resorts, Negro Lighthouse, by spending their Digibyte, I'm sure that the government, everyone else would open up to crypto, because Jamaica, like the rest of the Caribbean, after the recession and the hurricane seasons a couple years ago,
Yeah.
we're having a very hard time, and the younger generations, to be specific with Negril, we don't have a spring break anymore.
Okay.
Right? So, and that used to be huge, especially when I was in college. I came when I was 21. I think The Rock was here, and the Beads and everything else. Without that environment, it's like the average Negro tourist is aging. We're getting to the point where everyone now wants peace and quiet, when this used to be the party capital of the Caribbean.
Okay.
So it's another avenue to bring in more tourists, new,
Right.
younger generation, and people who want to have fun in a new environment. So we can reintroduce Negril, Jamaica, literally to the world by helping spur crypto, a crypto sector, tourism. However, I have a loss for words right
Sure.
now.
Well, let me ask.
All right, crypto.
Sure.
Here's the thing. You asked about the law.
Yeah.
Now, Donald said it's not a legal tender, and I don't know of a friendly bank at the moment in Jamaica that is saying they're accepting crypto.
Okay.
But here is the thing now. That don't stop us within the resort community from accepting whatever we want to accept within our organization.
Yes.
Payment. So that's where we are saying we can use the small business group that we have as the platform for dealing with the cryptocurrency with no problem whatsoever, just like a club. We have club member, everybody sign up to use DGB and that's it. So we have no problem. But Donald mentioned also earlier on that the Jamaica Stock Exchange is exploring the possibility of having a stock exchange, a crypto exchange.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens, they probably might be the first one in the world, but they are seriously exploring it and are testing it. That's what I read the last time about having that thing in place. So there are possibilities where adoption is coming on the national scale if that should ever happen. Well, at the moment we can have it legally within our communities as exchange, for services.
And what we talked a little bit, I don't want to get way off the subject, and I don't think this is, but what we talked about on the pre-interview, you guys were talking about the Jamaican Stock Exchange, and then I said, well, that's Reggie Middleton from Veritasium.
Yeah.
And then DelRoy said that when that idea was presented to the Jamaican Stock Exchange from Reggie Middleton, that initially it didn't get a lot of traction. Is that true?
It did.
Yeah, there was also an exchange, Caracoin. It was an English company, a British company, and they tried to develop an exchange here locally back in 2016. I remember they spent a load of pounds, promoting it. It was in the newspaper. There's YouTube videos about it actually. But what happened is the Bank of Jamaica just put a stop to it. And that was 2016. One of the videos, I think they were being interviewed like on a business segment of the local news, right? And their representative, I remember mentioned, Bitcoin right now is at $600 and it's being speculated to go to 3,000, but nobody knows. And one of the things that I said, every time I see this video again, I'm just like, man, 2016, if 0.1% of the local population knew about Bitcoin at that point and got in, even if they're wrecked now, last year's run-up would have definitely benefited us here locally. So that kind of fueled some of the ideas behind beachfrontcrypto.com, where we're just like, okay, let's put this together, let's keep it legal, give as much information on the legal side as possible for if someone wants to purchase Bitcoin, they know ahead of time what they're getting into. And then, of course, ref links, and we created a crypto-friendly map of Jamaica, which is powered by CoinMap. And, I personally put on about 7 properties, and DelRoy right now we're scouting to put more on there as well. And right now we've actually put DigiByte as our 4th live ticker. So at the moment, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't want to show another project I'm involved in, GoChain and DigiByte.
Sure.
But these are more popular here. One, because we are making it popular, because we're in the grill and we're pushing it. DelRoy and I are pushing it constantly. I mean, a day doesn't go by where we don't say crypto, crypto. That's like our keyword. You know, yeah, I go by his place, I knock on the door. Who's that? Crypto, crypto. So, yeah, we've been doing this for months, and we went from building the site to say, all right, how can we introduce Bitcoin to everyone? Here in Jamaica, another thing was credit cards. Up until about a year ago, the average Jamaican had to jump through hoops to get access to a debit card.
Really?
If you wanted a credit card, you know, you still have to jump through some hoops, but then you'd end up with a 20% to 40% on top.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
The rates are crazy, right? And the banks, to get a debit card, you'd have to, it was just a whole runaround. Up until the past year, you know, past 2 years, all of a sudden the bank started making anyone could get a debit card, but credit cards were literally extremely impossible. You'd have to have a registered business, et cetera, et cetera. And the average Jamaican, I'm not putting anyone down, just does not have access to that. Well, right now, the telephone carriers are giving away debit cards, MasterCards. Like, you could sign up for MasterCard with Digicel, our major phone carrier, go up to one of the banks, Sagicor, show an ID, and get a credit card, just like that, debit card, just like that. Why? To me, it's like, okay, crypto's coming. You know, let's get as much of them on these high rates as we possibly can before everything shifts over. But that's the scene that we have here in Jamaica. You know, right now, anyone could go and get a credit card, which 2 years ago, it was almost impossible. So how is it that anyone could get these 20% fees now, but before it was an issue? So DelRoy and I, we just decided, you know what, let's put it out there. You know, we have the business cluster here in the grill. We have access to it. It's somewhat having a hard time getting new guests, marketing, etc. This is a new avenue that we could also market. You know, all these retweets, it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's a win for DigiByte. It's a win for Me Yard. It's a win for Beachfront Crypto. It's a win for C-Star, and it's a win for everyone. It's a community that we all can benefit from each other. And I don't know if I'm running off on tangent myself here.
No, man, you're right. That part. The thing is, one of the things that we noticed now, what's the name there? Bread and breakfast. Airbnb. Airbnb are moving into the space now. Are targeting the same set of people that we're talking about. They are targeting them for the rooms and for making deals with the small properties, and they are making headway in that area. And I think if we move in with crypto and DigiByte right now, it's a perfect time, because there are a lot of people who are experiencing the Airbnb movement at this time in the small space.
And when it comes to mass adoption, tourism is like the easiest way to pull it off.
Yeah.
You know, once you have an area where someone could go sleep, eat, be entertained, in all possible ways they could imagine for crypto, that's where mass adoption starts. I don't think it starts in the trading room, and I've been saying that for months.
Yeah. Well, let me ask DelRoy a question.
We dabble, of course, you know, to trade, but to me, it starts outdoors. It starts with these T-shirts. It starts with the hats. It starts with the socks. It starts with, you know, real commerce for crypto, and then we can push fiat out of the way. You know, then one DigiByte is worth one DigiByte. One Bitcoin is worth one.
I got my DigiByte socks.
The poker chips. The poker chips.
Yeah.
The poker chips.
Well, let me ask DelRoy a question. I know, Donald, I know that you guys are both well-connected business guys. So, DelRoy, give me a feel in this business group that you're in. Not that you have to give out names or anything. Do you guys talk about DigiByte and cryptocurrencies? And are you like the leader of this business group? Or
I'm the chairman. I'm the chairman of the Negro Cluster, and I'm the chairman of the Westmoreland Ganja and Farmers Association.
Yes.
Okay. So do you guys, like in your monthly or weekly meetings.
Right. What we're talking mainly, most people are aware of Bitcoin. That's what everybody knows. So we are now educating them about the other currency and primarily DGB.
I'd like to add the Negro Business Cluster. The formal name is actually the Negro Enhancement Fund.
Enhancement
Foundation. Sorry,
Yeah.
Enhancement Foundation. So I mean, we are in line to really take DigiByte and help the entire community, not just the hotels alone. I mean, imagine coming into a tourism area and seeing a huge sign, welcome to Negril, powered by DigiByte. These are the things that we could pull off. It sounds far-fetched, but we actually can make it happen if we could prove that the use cases in the blockchains will work to, one, save our clients money, two, make it safer for tourists to go out on the street and transact or book tours or just to travel and enjoy themselves, and three, secure their funds. That's it right there. There's so much we could do with the Negro Business Cluster and blockchain technology.
So what would be your... Sorry, go ahead.
And the Westmoreland Hemp and Ganja Farmers Association.
Well, I think we need a whole another interview for
that needs another interview for that one, because that's where another big opportunity is too. The tracking of products, transportation, DGID could be used, because there's a whole legal structure being put around the cannabis industry in Jamaica that involves security and keeping track of everything, from almost a seed to when it's leaving the island. The only technology that's available that can be done on securely right now is a blockchain. A database could be, yes, it could be done on database and it could be done fast, but how about we step into the future? I mean, if it cannot be edited, it could only be amended. That's the only way to go if we're going to be tracking something that's pretty much going to be a commodity here in Jamaica at some point.
So let me ask you a question. And again, we didn't talk about this on the pre-interview, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I remember decades ago, I went to a man for an investment, and I said, hey, here's my idea, blah, blah, blah. And the guy listened. He's like, hey, sounds like a good idea. And I'll never forget, he said to me, what's the first three things you need to do to get this idea going? So I don't mean to put you on the spot. So we talked about like a DigiByte resort. We talked about buying mom and pop resorts. Again, I know we've talked about a lot of things. So give me and give the viewers and the DigiByte awareness team. And so what would be like 1, 2, 3, or 4 things that you need to do that maybe you need help with, or you could do those 3 or 4 things by yourself? Like, kind of break it down. Like, what are we talking about here?
Well, I'd say first we'll need support from the community first, because if the community shows enough support, then it's easier for us to convince the stakeholders here that it'll be beneficial for them as well.
Okay, so no offense, stop right there. I'm sorry, stop right, please. Yeah. So you said you need the DigiByte community support. So would that look like, Donald, going and following you on Twitter? Like, what would that look like to you and DelRoy, the DigiByte community support?
To me, I mean, as we're putting out new venues that accept DigiByte, that's it. Just support, and keep it going. We'll also need support. I'm very technical. I don't want to say I'm a genius, but we would definitely maybe need someone with more ins on the blockchain, maybe from the DigiByte community or from the awareness team or the developers.
Sure.
We definitely put one on hand. But as for support, that's pretty much what I mean. Just the retweets, the love that's being shown here. when we can show that to everyone that's involved, they're more inclined to jump on board. Because even today, when I went by Negro Escape, the guy at the front desk said, "Oh, but I heard Bitcoin's going down," and I'm like, that has nothing to do with the interview that we're gonna have today. It's all about the technology. It's about the blockchain. And then I told him, when it's going down, that might actually be the best time to look at it. I don't want to be the one telling everyone, no, look what happened at 20,000. So we are maybe just about leaning towards the best time to pull this off. Going into 2019, everyone's iffy about what's happening, but we're looking at a possible bear market, and it's time to build, or biddle, as they say. To find other ways to spread mass adoption. And then, to me, well, that's all we need for the crypto resort: support and maybe some help from a developer. Once we get to that point, once we have the property selected, etc., so that we can really plug and see where the technology can be used in the current framework of a resort. That's one for me.
So. All right, crypto. All right, let me see if I can outline. Well, next week coming up, as early as next week, there is the Roots Festival, Rasta Roots Festival, where we'll have a booth.
Oh.
We'll be promoting DigiByte right at the booth. We need the support, whatever support the community could lend to that, because we're gonna broadcast it. We're gonna try broadcast it. We're gonna try and promote DigiByte right there in the booth.
Live and
the Westmoreland Hemp and Ganja Farmers Association will have a booth. And
split it with Beachfront Crypto.
And we'll join with Beachfront Crypto, and all in that booth. And Westmoreland Hemp and Ganja Farmers Association is one of our farmers that is putting on this event. So we get a front seat, and I'll be making possible a speech at that event. So we'll be promoting DigiByte there. So any assistance we can get, whether in the form of bounty, to assist with equipment to ensure that we get the broadcast going and get to start put out the crypto, put out DigiByte right there, the various features of DigiByte. Even if it is possible for somebody from the awareness community to come and to come and explain to the visitors that comes in, all of that. That's the beginning right there. Yeah. Then you're looking at now the awareness, to bring people to the awareness. When we wanna have a meeting, a big meeting that bring the businesses together and explain to them the cryptocurrency and what we plan to do and how we plan to do it, so that they can benefit and bring people into them. That also need the community support there. If we have somebody from the community sitting in that meeting and can explain to the members how it works and the support, let them see that you're here and you're the one that is supporting it from the DigiByte organization. Then we need the infrastructure now, whereby we would, if we could get, I'd say 3 or 4 of those resorts that we are hoping to start out with, what they call it, a chaos, where even though it's a DigiByte powered community, if somebody come with Bitcoin or Ether, we could transfer it to DigiByte. So that will have gone 3 or 4 years. Could convert it to DigiByte, and they will be able to use. And we could have all of these things to demonstrate to the members. The other part of it now is to convince them that we'll be able to convert it to fiat, so that they can get money to use in their businesses. Because as I say, as Donald said, small businesses from 5 rooms to 50 rooms.
Okay.
And they need the money.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, and again, maybe I should talk about this after the interview, but I'm just going to say it now while we're recording. I'm going to post this interview the same way that I posted, Ben, Crypto Soldier. And then I'm going to listen to the video again. I'm going to listen to this recording, and then I'm
Yes.
going to write down some ideas. And then I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to kind of give a little step by step, and then put some links in, the website, or I'll the link in the description box below the video. Okay, all right. Well, let's do this. We've been going about a half hour. I always like to give the people or the person I'm interviewing the last word. So, Donald, is there anything you would like to close with about anything? And then we'll leave it up to DelRoy to close it, and then we'll just say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you. that's yeah, that's pretty much it. Just thanks for the opportunity to
Yeah.
show you what we can do. Looking forward to working with everyone in the DigiByte community. I'm also supposed to give a shout out to DigiByte Lotto.
Yeah.
Almost forgot. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's about it. Just thank you. And look forward to what we have coming. The support is really appreciated, and we're gonna just flip it 10 times here. Keep it coming, and we'll keep the good news coming, and keep the push for mass adoption going, especially here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks to the community, thanks to everyone.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the first time I'm seeing a community really move beyond just the price.
Yeah.
A lot of things stick on price. Everyone's on price. Yeah, everyone's trying to accept everything, but this is the first time I'm being drawn into. We didn't even go over how I got into crypto or DelRoy, but this is the first time I'm actually being drawn into it more than just the future look and the speculation of it. And I'm really appreciative of DigiByte giving us this chance to put things on the ground and actually getting things done. I don't think there's a better way I could put it right now.
No, that's cool, Donald. Thank you so much.
Thanks. I need to give a shout out to Ben.
Yeah.
Dave, Crypto 99, thanks of course. Steven, I actually have dragging it on a little bit, but with the DigiByte Lotto, expect what would you do if you won bounty on Steemit soon, and that I could throw out there. That'll be coming from Beachfront Crypto really soon, next day or two.
No, that's great.
Right.
DelRoy, what's up, dude?
Yeah. All right. Crypto 99. We have 3,000 to 4,000 room in our community. We have all the various resort future. We can provide tours. We can provide all the various resort amenities. We have the best beach in one of the best beach in the world. And within our community, when you stay at one of the small property, you get a personal feel, especially as it relates to the weddings and special events. It's like your resort when you're staying in those places, and it's easy to rent out the entire resort for yourself because they're not so big. They're averaging from 5 to 50 rooms, and all of that can be condensed into a community where everywhere in that space, DigiByte is being used to access all of these services. We are in the process of preparing various packages, different packages for the different things that people like. So if the entire community comes down and if one person wants to go swimming, or he wants to go fishing, or he just wants to see the island, we have people that we can put into our midst that will accept crypto and make it a fun time for them. We know most people would know what Jamaica offers in terms of a vacation. Okay, we continue to win all of these rewards all over the world as one of the best places for tourism and for people to visit. So all of this is available and available in a personal level where it's coming from the small property, not those big 500, 1,000 rooms, but from very small people. And also, that's what crypto originally is about, is to help the average man to get out the middleman and go straight to the people and to provide this service to them where as far as money and exchange is concerned in a trustless way. So we have this community that are perfect to give DigiBy the type of use cases, that workable use cases that are right there in our base. But as I said before, we need the community support, and then I'll allude to it. But specific cases that I've outlined that are there that would show and we can see and feel the assistance. Thank you very much.
Good, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for your work. Two well-connected business guys. We got Donald and DelRoy. I can't believe I interviewed these guys both at the same time. Digibyte legends, legends of Jamaica. They will go down in history. Guys, we will do this again. I promise.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
All right, Crypto 99. Big up.